The story for today comes from the Reddit user Aubreyus. Elevator. Hello, my name is Catherine, 32, female. As I tell you this story, I am currently sitting on the floor with my back on the wall, staring at nowhere. I could hear the flickering of each light, a dark hallway that's clouded with strong irony smell. I lost track of what time it is, where I am. I could barely remember what I ate for breakfast. I felt an unfamiliar sway of wind towards my cheeks. I never felt air like this ever before. Maybe it's the elevator person trying to tell me something. For what I can remember, I was running late for work. I passed through everyone on my way, hitting some shoulders and hearing some,
"Look out."
But why would I care? It is my first day at my second job, and here I am failing to make a good impression already from my boss. I took a deep breath, stared at this long-ass building from bottom to top. All I could see was endless shimmering and reflecting windows. Well then, I have no choice but to go inside and do my job. I have to feed myself, I whispered. As I walked towards the main huge entrance, making clicking sounds with my stilettos, I fixed my skirt and tried to iron the crumpled parts using my hand. Goodness gracious. What have I been doing these past few hours before getting here? Wasn't I able to prepare myself? Ah, yes. It is my landlady banging on my door repeatedly every hour since 5 a.m. because I failed to pay the rent for 2 months. And since this is my new day at my new job, I did my best to jump from the window silently so I could avoid her. My ears already tired from her annoying, nerve-wracking voice. I sometimes imagine as she shouts at me that I could just strangle her.
"ID, please."
Oh, I do not have one yet, since it's my first day here, but here are my work documents. Would that suffice? I replied as I grabbed the brown envelope from my bag and handed it to the guard. He stared at me for a few seconds, up and down, before taking the envelope from my hand harshly and scanning the contents of the envelope. Just great. What an asshole. You don't have to look at me that way, I whispered to myself, feeling irritated.
All right. Put your bag now on the baggage scanner, please,"
he finally said, handing back my envelope without even looking at me. I put back the envelope inside my bag and placed my black medium-sized shoulder bag neatly on the moving conveyor. I got this bag from a thrift store for $2. If I did not buy this, I might be using my old backpack. As I walked past the body scanner, I grabbed my bag and started heading towards the elevator. I could feel a couple of sets of eyes staring right at my soul, like, yes. I know my bag looks like shit. I was wearing faded red stilettos. My skirt was not ironed enough, with my white polo inside my blazer looking more like a dirty white, not actual white. Now I'm starting to see myself getting fired already before I could even sniff the mint from my first crisp salary, because I looked too unprofessional for the company already. Once the elevator opened, I walked inside together with 3 other guys and a woman. I'll admit, I don't know how to use the elevator, so I let the other guys operate the buttons so I could see how you are supposed to do it. As I observed him doing it, I noticed that he pressed the 12th floor. Bingo. That's where I'm supposed to go. I guess I'll just walk out with him. The elevator door closes. No one's talking and everybody's minding their own business. The one guy's chewing a gum, the other one's wearing an earphone, but you could hear a little bit of whatever he's listening to. The guy who has pressed the elevator button keeps looking at his watch again and again, tapping his right foot repeatedly on the floor. I guess we were both running late. The woman who was with us grabbed a neatly stapled couple of papers that were inside her bag and started analyzing whatever she was reading. I decided to get my phone from my bag so I could entertain myself while waiting before my ass gets kicked in this toxic environment, when suddenly the elevator lights started flickering and making these weird loud noises.
Oh fuck, this can't be. For another time, come on. I'm running late. I thought this was already fixed. What are we gonna do now? Wait for another couple of minutes or an hour? Guess what? Fuck you.
The man who kept looking at his watch screamed while looking at the CCTV of the elevator in the corner. I slid back my phone inside my bag and gently pressed my index and middle finger on my side temple, trying to calm myself down.
Hey man, obviously we can't do anything about this. Can you please just shut the fuck up?
The man who was chewing a gum suddenly blurted out. The man who has a watch was about to pull his collar off when suddenly the elevator started falling down and we could see the numbers going down from 8 to 7 to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then basement. I was hardly breathing while I was holding tight to the metal bar behind me attached to the wall when suddenly the elevator doors opened. We stood in shock as we stared outside the door, and all we could see was a dark hallway. Lights buzzing, and we could hear faint rustling noises. Guess we have to take the stairs then and try a working fucking elevator, damn it, the watch guy said. Can you see any stairs? It's too dark, I asked, but no one answered. Guess it's true. I really do have a low fucking voice, and now no one could even hear me that much. Finally, the woman with us stepped out a little bit, peeked her head out, leaving her left foot inside the elevator.
I don't see any stairs. I guess we have to wait.
What? We can't hear you. Raise your damn voice, woman.
The frustrated guy shouted. I wonder how much salary does this guy get from his work here, that he has to be such a huge asshole even here, blasting his ass to everybody.
I said, I do not see any elevators. I guess we have to wait for the elevator to work.
The woman shouted back, and you could see her jaw clenching, but most of her face was covered with her long, thick, black, wavy layered hair, so only about a quarter of her face could be seen. The guy just shook his head in frustration and started cussing towards the CCTV again, when suddenly the elevator made another huge loud noise and the doors shuttered quickly. So quick that a woman who had this long black hair managed to pull her right foot inside, but her hair, half of it was caught up. Help! Help! Does anybody have scissors? Please, please, please. She started screaming in a panicked voice while trying to pull her hair. Oh fuck, let me see. The watch guy cursed and started going through his bag while the other guys did the same. I am starting to hyperventilate. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What am I supposed to do? Her crying, panicked voice, the tension. I could not think properly. I reached out for my bag to open it and, damn it, I got nothing. Bang! Suddenly the elevator moved in a sudden quick phase, making a tugged crunching noise. All of us stared at the woman in disbelief. All we could hear was pure deafening silence, ears ringing, heavy breaths. The tumble of her body falling down, her blood splattering all over. Her faint moaning noises, and all we could do was see her mouth trying to move up and down, her bare face, so bare that you could see nerve, snap muscles, and bones inside. Ding! The elevator doors opened, and here we were at the ground floor. What the heck? A woman screamed as the back of the body dropped in front of me after the elevator door opened, mouth gaping, eyes looking back directly towards her. Bleeding out from her face, a pool of blood was starting to form under her neck area. People started gathering outside the elevator, staring at the body. Some of them called an ambulance. The three guys were frozen on their position. One of them had his hands behind his head with a total shocked expression. Surprisingly, the woman very slowly tried to stand up and started mumbling, "Please, help, I have work to do, please." She mumbled as she walked outside the elevator, walking in a dragging way, blood still pouring out. As we followed her, she suddenly dropped dead on the floor, making choking noises. After a few gasps, there she is, laying on the floor, eyes opened, lost all of her head skin, mumbling, "I still have to live." Those were her last words. One thing I know after the incident is... Oh, wait. Something caught my attention. I noticed it before for weeks already, I guess, but I kept dismissing it since I think it's not that important and I have work to do, but this time I have to check it out. So I stood up, patted the back of my skirt and walked towards it. I am guessing someone left their black shirt here, maybe. It is shining a little bit. I wonder what it is. I bent down, pick it up, making the thing shine more from the flickering lights. My hands started to feel warm. I tried to blink repeatedly so I could analyze what the fuck am I holding. And... oh... 3 moles, a bit of freckles, thick brown lips, long black wavy hair. I cannot believe it. I covered my mouth in shock, felt my fingertips pass through some weird stringy sensation. I stared at whatever I'm holding again. I cannot believe it. Why would anyone leave their head skin out here? Seriously, what a psycho, I exclaimed. Shook my head, having a weird feeling again of strong wind passing through my cheeks into my mouth. I dropped the object again and started walking towards where I sat earlier. I felt like I did a huge effort just to get up. I wonder why does it smell like blood in here, and why do they avoid going here? Don't they want to see me? I don't think there is anything wrong with myself, right? I sat down again, leaned my back to the wall and whispered, "How I wish I could change my polo embracer. It felt so warm and wet. I didn't like it, and I tried to close my eyes. But fuck, I cannot close my damn eyes properly. Hard to do. I wonder what does the elevator person want to tell me." The end. This has been Gray Stories. I hope you liked them. Good night.